What's going on, everybody? My name is Paul. Welcome back to the basketball show. And let's get into this show because this one is important. You do not want to miss this one. I know how to fix the NBA. I know how to fix it, how to improve ratings, how to get fans emotional about it again. Let me let you listen to Dan Patrick in his recent comments and ranting about the NBA and their ratings and Adam Silver. And right after that, I will tell you exactly what can save this league. And it's 100% a sure thing to do it. It's super easy to implement as well. I hope this gets to Adam Silver. And I know for a fact that he won't listen to me because that guy is stubborn. And that's the kind of guy that he is. But until this happens, the NBA ratings will keep falling and fans will be less and less interested in it. Here are Dan Patrick comments, and I'll be right back.
But tonight, it's the cup. That's all Fritzy's been talking about. It's the cup.
It's a big deal.
The Bucks and the Thunder for the cup.
Comes down to this.
Yes, it does. Ratings are down with the NBA, and I don't know if you can pinpoint a reason. I always go back to if they don't care, I don't care. I think load management has turned people away. I don't know if we're glued to a TV set going, I can't wait to watch that game. And even if you do, you don't even know who's playing. But ratings have declined. And I know they try to spice it up with the Cup, in-season tournament. You're not enticing me if you say, hey, we're going to have, put some money at stake here. So wait a minute, they don't really try hard, but now they're really going to try hard. Therefore, now I should watch. That doesn't work with me. I love the NBA, grown up with the NBA, but there are times when I go, I don't care, you don't care. And that's the feeling I've gotten. Actually, it's you don't care, the players, I don't care either. But I'll watch. I would watch anyway. It's a good game, but just because it's for the Cup, this is about getting eyeballs. And this is what Adam Silver is going to have to do at some point. He's going to have to take a swing. He's going to have a golden at bat. He's going to have something that is interesting, intriguing, different, a tune-in factor. Now, they've tried to do this with the basketball courts, and I'm fine with it. You're looking for a younger audience. I get it, but maybe we add something to those colorful courts. Maybe there's a blinking three-point line. Maybe there's something inside. Like I was told during the pandemic, and I was told by a great source that the NBA was looking at creating courts that would resemble pinball machines. So it would be a little bit more live. Now, I know it sounds gimmicky, but I think you got to get to the point where can we keep up? Can we keep our place in the sports landscape here? Because we've seen sports that just fall off. Horse racing, boxing, they fall off. Baseball, that was America's pastime, fell off. The NBA, they're kind of trying to hold on for dear life. The NFL is just bulldozing everybody. I get that. But you can still maintain your place, at least you hope to, on the sports ladder. But, the NFL is up all the way at the top, and then you got people down the totem pole here. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? When LeBron leaves, what are you going to do? LeBron, Steph, KD leave. Are you going to entrust the game with the Joker, Luka, Giannis? Great players, Hall of Fame players. But then you got guys like Ja Morant. You can't trust him. Wonderful talent, can't trust him. Zion Williamson reportedly available if you want to trade for him. So you're looking at what is the future. Cooper Flagg coming in. Like there's always going to be, fresh blood in there. The question is, who is a tune-in factor person?
Now, first thing that Dan talked about was the NBA Cup. And you know what? No one cares about the damn NBA Cup. Money is on the line for the players. So what? There is zero on the line for me. It's the most pathetic thing the NBA has given a trophy for ever. This is literally a participation trophy, essentially. It's worthless, and it's given for participating in the regular season and having a good stretch of games during that time that it's going on. That's it. It's pathetic. He said, I don't know what you can pinpoint as a reason for the NBA that because why they're losing ratings. And Dan, yes, you can pinpoint. And I know the reason, and I will explain it in a minute. Load management has turned people away, and that is part of it. Part of what I will be saying the solution is 100%. It's part of it, but not the main thing. He said no one is really glued to a TV, hardly being able to watch, to wait and watch a certain game. And that's true. People used to wait for games, and they used to have anxiousness, and they just couldn't wait for the game to start because they were so interested in it. But now, who the hell wants to watch 100 threes go up in a game, and most from 30 feet away? I, like Dan, love the NBA. I've grown up with the NBA, but this NBA is a shell of what the NBA used to be. That's why people are not watching. Dan said Adam Silver will have to try something different, something intriguing, something interesting. Why are we watching the NBA, Dan? For basketball. That's why. We don't need and want any gimmicks or any crap like that. We don't need gimmicks to keep our interest. We're interested in the game of basketball. But you know what we're not interested in? We don't want to watch ballet while watching the NBA. What has been the main thing Adam Silver is touting about the NBA these days? Freedom of movement, right? Players being able to showcase their talents like Steph and others without being pushed around and bumped and shoved and all that other stuff. You know what has freedom of movement? Freaking ballet. Why is everyone watching the NFL? Because it's a rough, physical sport. The NFL is number one in the US right now. It's not even close. Do you think people would watch the NFL? It was no contact, flag, or touch football? No. No one would give a shit. And it's still the same sport, isn't it? People used to tune in to the Bulls Pistons, Knicks Heat, Knicks Pacers, Bulls Heat, Lakers Celtics. Why? There was emotion. There was hatred, dislike.
Man, when I say this, and BJ understand this, when I say we hated the Knicks and they hated us, we hated them. I was at a party in the off-season in the summertime, in Atlanta, Georgia, my state, and a couple of Knicks players came. And I left the party to go get my boys because we were going to start a fight.
One team went after a player and the other team retaliated. And they were allowed to retaliate to a certain degree. There was physicality. Pushing, shoving, shouting, screaming. That's entertainment for people. Man, what I would give to watch the NBA and someone to be able to lay out LeBron, for example. That would be awesome. And if LeBron would get up, get angry, and really got fired up and dunked on the player's face that did that to him right on the next play, that would be awesome. And you know what? People would be anxious to see the next game between those two dudes and those two teams. That's what we need. That's what's missing. I'm giving LeBron just as an example here. He's the top player in the NBA, let's say. We need a guy to go at him in a game and literally after the game, when he wins, say, it's my league now. LeBron is the pastime. That's what we need. Shaq used to be mean. He would obliterate players like the infamous dunk over Chris Dudley, for example. He would go at it with Charles Barkley, Charles Oakley, Ewing, Mourning, Olajuwon. Even LeBron's teammates say no one is scared of LeBron, for example. They used to be scared of Mike. You know why? He was mean. He wanted to kill you on the court and humiliate you. LeBron, he's a nice guy that will give you a hug before and a hug after the game. The NBA is literally neutered. It's soft. That's why it's unwatchable. The NBA ratings in the 90s were great. 1998 NBA Finals had games between the Bulls and you could say a boring Utah Jazz. that were the most watched NBA games ever. That was a rivalry already, as the Bulls played the Jazz in the finals the year before. And well, Jordan was also there. The NBA needs to be rougher. It needs to be tougher and more of a competition instead of a hug fest, a dance fest, or whatever we have now. The players' salaries have to go down instead of up because they're making so much money in a season or two these days. They don't really give a crap after that anymore. They and their families are set for life. Meanwhile, teams are paying these dudes so much money, they will literally lie about players having injuries to load manage them to protect their investment. That's what is destroying the NBA. The NBA ratings have been going down since the 2000s. And what's been happening since then? Rules have become softer and softer. Damn, 10 more years and it will not be the National Basketball Association anymore. It will be the National Ballet Association with freedom of movement. You know something? I'm out. Let me know what you guys think.